Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to replace a water pump on a 840XL, also known as the Infuser. This is the part that you will be replacing. This is the water pump, and any 120 volt vibrating pump will work. Doesn't have to be a Breville part, but as long as it meets the minimum flow requirements. This is the part number for the pump for the 840XL if you want to order it from Breville. Some of the tools you're going to need are going to be a Phillips screwdriver with about a 2 to 3 inch shaft length, a dental tool of some sorts, a 90-degree works best, a pair of needle nose pliers, some lubricant, food safe, and a hammer. The only tools that you require are going to be the Phillips driver and a dental tool of some sort. The other ones will just make your life a little bit easier. First thing you want to do is just remove all the accessories. The first two screws that you need to remove are holding the top cover on. They are located beside the tamper slot and right next to the steam wand. Go ahead and remove those two now. Now you want to remove the 5 screws located on the back side. These 3 in the middle will hold the top cover on. These 2 on the side are going to be holding the back cover on. All of these screws are the same length and size, so no need to worry about getting them mixed up. Now you can remove the top cover. Now you're going to want to remove the plug that is covering up one of the screws that hold on the back cover. That's where you're going to use your dental tool and hammer if you want. Insert the dental tool into the crevice around the plug, tap it in a few times, and pry it out. Now you have access to one of the 3 screws that hold the back cover on. You're going to want a magnetic tip because you do need to remove the screw completely or it's going to be hard to get the rear cover off. Finally, you're going to have 2 more screws underneath the back cover towards the rear of the machine, one here and one here. They are the last 2 screws holding on the back panel. Now that all the screws are removed from the back panel, you can break free the clips on running from the left side and the right side by pulling backwards. Sometimes it can be a little finicky, but they will break loose. Next you want to remove the water line attached to the back panel and slide the whole thing out of the way. Now you'll have a clear view of the pump we are replacing. First thing you want to do is just kind of remove anything that you can get out of the way, such as the wiring connectors. Just remember where they all go. And you can remove the wiring from the pump. If your pump has never been replaced before, you'll have a bunch of white goop holding in the high temperature safety switch, which can just be picked off with your dental tool or just with pretty much anything. Now we can go ahead and remove the Teflon tube for the pump outlet, which is attached to the pump safety valve. It's just held in by this clip right here, and the whole thing will pop right out. Now, to make your life easier when you put it back together, gently remove the O-ring inside of that quick connection and put it back on the pump outlet tube. Makes it much easier to put back in. Now we can remove the discharge port tube from the pump safety valve. Now you're going to want to remove the pump inlet tube located on the bottom side of the pump. It's just a rubber connection, it can be pulled right off. And now you can break the pump free from its lower mounting bracket. Now the last thing you need to do before you remove the entire pump is just to loosen these two screws that hold the top mounting bracket off until they break free from the backing plate. You don't need to take them all the way out. Now you can pull the whole pump assembly out. Just make sure to keep the bracket together so you know how it goes back together. Now to remove the upper bracket from the pump, we can just unthread the safety valve. And remove the bracket. There's your old pump. Now that you have your new pump, you can just take your bracket, slide it onto the top of the pump, in the direction it came off, obviously. Now we can take our safety valve from our old pump and thread it onto the new pump. Now the whole pump shaft will rotate, so just rotate the entire assembly until it's pointing out towards where your electrical connectors are. Then you can adjust it accordingly depending on where you need it. Now you can insert your new pump assembly. Feed the pump in so you can get the pump inlet located inside the lower bracket. And there are locating tabs on your upper pump bracket, which are different sizes, so they only go in one way. Just feed those in until you can feel them slide into position. Now hold it there and tighten down your screws. Now we can rotate our safety valve so that it's in the position we want it. Now we can reattach the safety valve discharge tube. This is where the lubricant comes in handy. Just put a little bit on the O-ring for the outlet tube, just to make sure it goes in nicely, doesn't get rolled over or deformed in any way. Slide it all the way until it bottoms out inside the safety valve. And reinsert your safety clip. Now you're going to want to reattach all your electrical connectors, such as the high temp safety and the two power leads. Now we can go ahead and reattach all of our electrical connectors that we disconnected to make things easier. Just remember, red goes to the left solenoid, orange goes to the right solenoid. Reattach your flow meter connector if you disconnected it. Now you're going to want to reattach the water line going to the back panel. Now we can reattach the back panel with the clips. Just get it into position, push forward until all the clips are in. Now we can reattach the two screws underneath. Now, like I said before, all the screws, two on the lowers, the one here, and the 5 up top, and even the 2 in the front are all going to be the exact same size screw. So no need to worry about getting them mixed up. Now you can put back on your top panel. Don't forget the plug. Helps keep out water from getting down into the screw hole and corroding the screw. Go ahead and reattach the 5 screws on the back. And the 2 screws located on the front of the machine. Magnetic screwdrivers will be your friend. Now, one thing I should mention is some infusers, even within the 840 line, may have 3 recessed hidden screws on the back panel and none underneath. This one has the 1 in here and the 2 underneath. Yours may differ. Now you can reattach all of these accessories. Fill your tank with water and enjoy your new pump.